Fantasy Smack Talk. What's going on, everyone? Dustin Nameco. This is our running back show, tiers 1 through 6. Before we get into it, check out all our social media stuff. You can get to links to it on the homepage. Don't forget about our forums, all our other tiers and rankings, the top 150 cheat sheet that we got going on, and also we got a salary cap league going this year as well. Partnered up with Fan Saloon. You can win some fancy FS t-shirts. Link to it on the homepage, or click on Fantasy Games on the site.
Real quick, Twitter at Fantasy Advice. Follow us. Even though watch the video as well because we're money here as well. Number 1 running back, number 1 overall player is Arian Foster. We love this guy. You all know it, especially if you've been watching us for years. We liked him before it was cool to like him. Check the tapes. Was a stud last year, 13 games, 1,800 total yards, 12 touchdowns, just a beast. Next at number 2 is Ray Rice, PPR machine. He had 76 catches a year ago, so obviously you got to love him for that. Plus, he actually even got goal line work. And then rounding out our first tier is LaShawn McCoy. This is the guy that does it all for Philly. 20 touchdowns last year. Again, any of these 3 guys should be top 5 picks in pretty much any league.
Tier 2 starts out with a guy that made it in our top 10 for fantasy, and we actually got a little bit of flack for it. However, he is a guy that you have to pay attention to. Ryan Matthews, great year last year. We think that San Diego offense is really going to rely on him this year. Next, we have the guy that just really can't get much love from us. We always seem to rank him lower than what he did the year before because we just can't necessarily believe that he's going to do it again, but almost 2,000 total yards for MJD last year. If he can stay healthy, we expect good numbers again. Next, we got Chris Johnson. Roller coaster year for this guy, but he's still the guy out there. He's still going to get a lot of carries. He's still going to get a lot of catches. You still got to draft him early in the draft. The upside is still there. Moving on, we got Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. What a year from this guy. 12 rushing touchdowns. He got involved with the passing game as well. They're going to rely heavily on him. And he's been around, but he still has a ton of tread on his tires. He hasn't had a lot of carries during his career. And the last guy in this tier is Matt Forte. He's with Chicago still. They got Michael Bush now. He could vulture some goal line carries or whatnot. But that offense should be better this year with Brandon Marshall. Hopefully Forte can find the end zone more. But he had a solid year last year.
Tier 3 starts out with one of our favorites, DeMarco Murray. We hyped this guy up last year in the preseason. He really panned out for us until he got hurt. He's fully healthy. It's not one of these injuries. We don't think it's going to linger. We expect Murray to have another big year. At number 10, we got Darren McFadden, a guy that always gets hurt. But if he finally stays healthy for once, it seems, in his career, he's going to be a huge year, risk-reward, because if he does stay healthy, he could be a top 3 back. Then at number 11, we got AP. We just couldn't put him any higher than this. That injury, there's no human can come back from it that quickly, and apparently he is. We're not really 100% sold on that quite yet. They're saying Toby Gerhart will get the start. Dustin and I were talking, if AP's healthy, he's going to get the bulk of carries, but there's just no reason to gamble on him, at least at this point in the season or before the drafts. All right, and then rounding out this tier is number 12, Trent Richardson. This rookie is one of those guys that's going to get really hyped up, and the fact of the matter is, sure, he is going to touch the ball pretty much on every down or every carry for the Browns, but how many times the Browns going to be going 3 and out? So just keep that in mind when drafting him, but in a league of dual backs, he's one of the few that should be getting all of the carries.
Let's take a look at Tier 4. It starts with Jamal Charles. Very disappointing year for him last year. He was a first-round pick for most people that drafted him. So, obviously, people were disappointed with the injury. But if he's healthy, he's still the man. It's not Peyton Hillis. He's going to be the guy having all the fantasy value. Next, we got Darren Sproles. What a year for this guy. 86 catches, 7 receiving touchdowns for the Saints. He's a huge part of that offense. Even if he doesn't get a lot of carries, he's going to have value that you can plug in at the running back spot. Moving on, we got Frank Gore. The story with him is just kind of his age, how overworked he is. But if he can stay healthy, we still expect Frank Gore-type numbers. And the last guy in this tier, we got Fred Jackson on a tear last year. And he doesn't necessarily seem like he's been around that long, but he's actually a pretty old man. He's in his 30s. We're not necessarily thinking he's that durable at this point. CJ Spiller could be taking some carries from him. But if he does stay healthy, he could do what he did last year at the beginning.
All right, Tier 5 right now is going to start off with Sean Green. LT's not in the picture anymore, and Green's, been productive. The Jets are going back to that run first. Green could have a monster year. Next on the list, number 18, we have Steven Jackson. It's tough for him because he's gotten so many carries, but he is the featured guy out there, and if he stays healthy and he is a freaking nature and keeps seeing to stay pretty healthy throughout his career, he could be in line for another good season. Next on our list, we have Roy Halou. Halou has been up and down our draft boards. It's so tough because Shanahan is just just a dagger when it comes to fantasy owners. But Halou, we feel, is the most talented back out there. But there is rumblings that Hightower might get the first shot at starting, so you have to keep that in mind when drafting Halou. In number 20, we have Michael Turner. At some point, he's just going to fall off the cliff. Turner has just been the workhorse. They said they're going to be passing the ball more, especially in PPR leagues. You really don't want to be taking him. Next and last in this tier, we have Doug Martin. You know, we really like this rookie. He's very explosive. Of course, Blunt's going to be there, so Blunt's probably going to get a lot of the goal lines. But Doug Martin, in a PPR league, in an all-purpose kind of yard kind of way, we really do like Doug Martin.
Let's move down to the last tier for this video, and we start with Ahmad Bradshaw. You know, a lot of people might say, hey, Jacobs is gone. It's time for Bradshaw to shine, but not so fast. I do got David Wilson out there now. They drafted him to kind of help, you know, probably set up some sort of running back with committee with Bradshaw again, but he's still going to be the guy out there, and they had a high-powered offense. They should score a lot of points. Moving on, we got Javid Best. This guy is going to go all over the place as far as, you know, where he's getting drafted, where he's getting ranked. He is a very talented running back if he can stay healthy. LaShore's out there. That's obviously scary. You know, he is going to be, you know, definitely a question mark with the concussions. If he can stay healthy, though, he's going to be a stud. Moving on, we got McGahee. We're very scared of him this year. They got the rookie Hillman now. You know, we do think McGahee's going to have value if he can stay healthy on that offense. We're just not necessarily buying that he will. So we got him ranked here for that reason. And the last guy in this tier, Beanie Wells, had a solid year last year, but with Ryan Williams coming back from injury, there's just too many question marks, and Beanie Wells has just been all over the place during his career. So we think this is about the spot where he needs to be ranked.
So there you have it, tiers 1 through 6 for our running backs. Be sure if any of the running backs that you think we left off, they're probably in our next video, so check those out as well. Nameco, Dustin, Fantasy Smack Talk.
Football!
Well, that actually scared the hell out of me.